Okay, good morning guys. We're out here riding the 2018 Pivot Mach 5.5. I first rode this bike in Moab, geez, about 8 months ago, 7 months ago maybe. And I was really excited to ride it. My name's Jason, we demo bikes. Welcome to MTB Yum. Come on this ride with us and see what you think. If you enjoy it, subscribe. For those of you who follow my channel, I currently own and ride 2018 Ibis HD4, which is spec'd with a 2.6 tires on a 27.5 diameter wheel. Got over 300 miles on that bike, and I enjoyed the 2.6 tire. I weigh 140 pounds. I put 17 to 18 pounds. Today we're riding 18 pounds on this Pivot Mach 5.5. And 18 pounds in the front and 22 pounds in the rear. I weigh 140 pounds and I'm happy with that. Good protection for the rim and doesn't feel too bouncy, it's just perfect. I'm 5'8". I'm riding a medium today on this Mach 5.5 and it has a 55 millimeter stem. So with a reach of what, 439, you know, it feels good. I definitely, if I bought this bike, I'd put a 40 millimeter stem on it and just shorten it up a little bit. It's a big bike. You know, it feels good. So I've been climbing on it now, just over an hour we've been climbing on this thing. And I think the takeaway, I've actually swapped back and forth between the HD4 by Ibis up there that Tyler's on and this Mach 5.5. And I think when the trail flattens out a little bit, kind of like how it is right now, we're still climbing, but when it's not quite as steep, I like the way this Mach 5.5 climbs. I could go climb all day on this bike. You know, I could go do 3-4 hour ride. If I mostly did like cross country type trails, kind of like the one we're on right now, I'd be happy on this bike, but I might look for something that climbs a little better. But if you have any downhill, that's where this bike is really impressive. If you don't follow the channel, I just recently rode the Evil, the Calling. I would say that this climbs as well, if not better, than the Calling by Evil. In fact, I'm gonna say I think this climbs a little better. Anyway, let's get up here on the downhill and see what this Mach 5.5 is all about today. We did a little over 2,000 vertical feet so far of climbing. Gonna take it down Jacob's Ladder now, see how it does. Oh man, I like this bike already. I've already ridden it once in Moab, but getting it here on my home trail is what I really want to do. So I picked this up from Salt Cycles in Sandy, Utah. Oh dude. Picked it up from Salt Cycles in Sandy, Utah. Go over there and see Chris or Sam. They carry Yeti and Ibis and Pivot. And we've got a lot of demo bikes in stock too. Woo! Yeah! Poppy! I know everyone loves it when I say that, but it is. All these DW Link bikes are nice. Oh man, I'm spun out a couple times already coming down Jacobs with that 30-tooth front chainring. Nice, Tyler. So this bike actually does feel kind of a lot like the HD4 that I own and ride. It's maybe a little quicker feeling, a little lighter and nimble feeling. It's got that same good traction from those 2.6 tires. So if you're a guy who's wondering if this is a plus tire, it definitely does not feel like a plus tire, not to me. And I've got a lot of time on these tires too on my bike. They just have a little bit more traction. Oh yeah. Nice. That just feels really in control, really good through that whole section right there. Yeah. Well, that was a lot of fun. Man, that's fast. I mean, you get going over, you probably average on that 2.5 minute segment of trail, you know, you average over 25 miles per hour. And man, this just made easy work of it. This bike feels like a bigger bike than the 140 millimeter rear. It's got that Fox 36, 160 mil front, that fork on there. Felt really good, man. This could be, you could go do anything on this bike, like really. I think you could go do a day riding like the really heavy, big tracks up at the ski resorts, the lift serve. And you can even go ride it just on the more mellow trails. I think this is one of the most versatile bikes out right now. One of the things one of the reasons why I bought my Ibis HG4 is because I felt the same way about that. It could handle any big heavy day, but it was still fun and playful. It's got short chain stays on this Pivot, 430 millimeter chain stays. You can feel how just quick it is. It just gets up off the ground easy. I really liked it. Let's go try it over on Draper Downhill. Been really liking this Mach 5.5 today. I think we've got about 2,600 feet of climbing so far. And for a bike that rides as big as it does, it's climbs well. It's a really playful bike too, while still feeling, while still feeling like a big bike. Yeah, like the more time I'm spending on this, just the more comfortable and more I'm liking it. I wish I had this for a couple weeks. It's definitely a little bit more active. So the shock kind of gives you a little spot. Nice. The shock has a little indicator of where to set the sag. I set it up just a little bit more firm, so the bike will feel a little bit more mud in the mouth, a little bit more poppy and playful. I would say that this bike is more playful than the Evil Calling, and climbs a little better. Maybe not quite as stable. I mean, it's really close though. Certainly not quite as stable as my HD4 in front of me. All right, let's get up this skinny. It's more like a fatty skinny. Nice, Tyler. Oh, it's just super fast in this tight stuff too. Nice. There we go. Nice, Tyler. Nice. Oh boy. Nice. There we go. Oh, the bike just feels so composed and balanced in the air. Nice, Tyler. Oh man, these jumps are running the best they've ever ran, dude. I think someone came and did some trail work on them. Oh yeah, they're all feeling good. Nice. Yeah. The bike that feels the most similar to this is probably that the Evil Calling. Except for I think this climbs a little better and is more fun. It kind of rides like a lighter, more nimble bike. Maybe not quite as stable, which is surprising. Nice. Hey guys, just got back from my ride on the Pivot Mach 5.5. I'm really glad that I rode this bike again. I rode it down an outer bike in Moab, Utah last fall, and I'm really glad I gave it a second chance because it was a nice bike. I liked it, but I ran into a few little quirks with it the first time I rode it. I put 3,000 vertical feet of climbing on the bike today and rode about 20 miles, and I'm really glad that I rode this bike. It was a lot more playful and fun than I remember. I've spent a lot of time on these 2.6 wide tires on larger internal diameter wheels on my own bike, which is an Ibis HD4, and I've really come to like it a lot. Tons of traction, good turning. If you think that this bike is a plus bike or something, it certainly is, and it feels like a more standard size tire. It doesn't have some of the vague characteristics of a plus tire, but it does have a lot of traction, possibly more than the 2.4 or 2.5 kind of standard tires. I love that it's set up with the DPS shock. I know some people put a DPX2 on it, but for me and the type of bike that it is, it felt really fun and playful with that setup. It feels like a bigger bike than it is. A couple bikes that are really comparable would be like the Evil, the Calling, which is a little bit shorter travel bike. That bike feels a little bit bigger than it is, but it kind of feels like that. It's kind of a burly 27.5 mid-travel bike. I really liked it a lot. Pivot took note on their DW link back here to put like a little piece of protection over the link that used to get rocks and stuff down in there, and so they protect that link. I really like that they had the forethought to do that. They spec'd it with a Fox 36 fork, which is super stable and really composed. It makes the whole bike just feel beefier and just more composed. Short chain stay, kind of a shorter bike than say like my Ibis HD4, and so it feels snappier and more playful than the HD4, maybe not quite as stable. So it's a great kind of do everything trail bike, where the HD4 is more like the Firebird or the Mach 6 in the Pivot lineup. I would say if you're looking for a 27.5 wheel size, want to try out this new standard 2.6 larger standard tire, this would be an incredible bike. I liked it better than the Evil, the Calling, and it's still more playful. You know, maybe not as playful as like the Mojo 3 by Ibis or like the Santa Cruz 5010. It's not even as playful as like the Yeti SB5. It's kind of, it feels like a bigger bike. I feel like I keep saying that, but I demoed this from Salt Cycles today in Sandy, Utah. If you're local, go check them out. They've got a lot of demo bikes in stock. They have several of these in every size. Go check them out. They've got a whole lineup of Pivot bikes. It's a great time to be a mountain biker. I mean, I ride a lot of really nice bikes, and this is one of them. I could own this bike. I really liked it a lot. Anyway, get out and demo one if you have the demo truck, Pivot's demo truck coming in, or if you have a Pivot dealer near you, go check them out. Thanks for watching, guys. Had a lot of fun making this video today.